Aha! I fixed one thing. Right, now why is the game not working? If I do this, right, sorry lads, bit of an issue. I think I fixed it, hopefully, fingers crossed. Can you hear things? I hope so. If I fixed it, then I'm a god, because I don't know what I pressed. I think I fixed... Good news, everyone! I fixed it! I have fixed it. I think. Right, I'm going to confirm. Is there audio?
It really is. Of course, JM
There's audio.
been really passive.
Oh, that's the wrong tier. Why am I watching the other tier? Well, hang on a minute.
There's audio, and yeah, there's audio. I've heard it came up. So yeah,
Good news. Good news, everyone. The world is good. I fixed the issue. We are live. Yes, good. Excellent. If you can... I'm dying. As you can probably guess, I'm dying slightly still. I'm still getting over COVID, so apologies for any minor death. Now I've noticed apparently, I don't know if there's any lines on your screen. Hopefully everything's working on the stream and it's in all good giant quality. But if there is slight issues or anywhere, which does seem like there is a bit of a few black lines, I do apologise. I don't know what's happened. Something's gone weird. Let me try. I can try and fix it in due course. But yeah, a few minor issues. Let me press that. Hopefully that now zooms it to full screen. In theory, it should do at least. So, yeah. My name's Evil Dragon. Joining me in the commentary box here today for a slightly impromptu start of a stream, for once, because it broke. And I did do an intro, but it didn't happen. Is Mr. Jamie. You've heard him already, because he said hello, slightly. But, Jamie, say hello again.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, and looking forward to this race, and don't know about you, but I thought I had some issues earlier because I saw Chalkers come out on the intermediate.
Oh, I always do that.
He did. Yeah, you did. Not a bad time in the minutes, but yeah, hello everybody, welcome to the circuit to Catalonia, Barcelona. And yeah, this is a slightly modified layout on this game, and it should be up for some good racing. And we've got a decent turnout tonight as well, so we should have a good race.
Yeah, we have got a total of 15 people, 5 people not showing up, of course, and what has been a very good day in the office. For some, very good day in the office. For others, this could be a very enthralling action. 4 tiers. Well, 3 other tiers have gone ahead so far. Good news, by the way, I've had all 3 tiers streamed as well. Tom I think that's you. Caradus? I don't know how to pronounce his name still. Tom streamed tier 4. So we got a stream for tier 4 this week. So thank you very much to my dear friend down there, of course. Mr. Moore streamed 3 with his lovely Toma. And, of course, it was not indecisive because he wasn't there. It was, of course, the lovely Evan with, I believe... Who was there? Bazar, I think. And there's us 2 here just having some fun in Tier 1. Because we like having fun, Jamie, don't we?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, we've had some decent racing this year, if a little bit on the dirty side.
It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of bumping and driving, and especially last week in Hungary, where we had a lot of incidents, and a few guys got rear end damage, which is a race over. So I think Nick gave him a message just before the race, just to tell people, this is the top tier. We do expect higher standards. I think just told drivers to maybe be a little bit less aggressive, and hopefully that may allow us to have some nice, good, clean racing.
Yeah, indeed, of course. In terms of the sponsors, we'll go through that in just a few minutes as I'm trying to figure out where it is, because I had it, and then I closed everything, and now I've lost it, and I need to go and try and find it again. So, minor issues have gone on right now. This is totally... Didn't mean this to happen. This was my fault. There was a major slight technical issue, and I came in very late because my race overrun by a long way because there was some incidents. There was 4 safety cars. I don't know what I did, but I managed to get a podium somehow, which was the most strangest thing, figuring I spun, was in a wall and pretty much out of the race about midway through the race, so that happens. But we'll get ready to go, of course. We are currently midway through qualifying. We've got Tico, so far the fastest car on circuit. We've got Chalkers on a lap right now, but... As I was trying to open up Office, but it won't let me open it up. So Jamie, can you do the sponsors, because it won't let me?
Yeah. Obviously, shout out to our sponsors, Next Level Racing, who are sponsoring Bad Friday the prizes for the our drivers. Pure Sim Gear, who are sponsoring Bad Friday a pair of sim racing gloves to drive it with the most combined poles and fastest laps throughout the season. Gamergoo, who are sponsoring Bad Friday a Gamergoo samples to their trophy winners. Partners, Verspatine, who are partners by supporting our championship prizes. ERT, who are sponsors by providing Gun Get Stuff Award and League trophies, and SimGrid, who are running the season and community through their platform. And I'm going to give you a bit of a fun fact. In P4 tier, we had the pole position decided by two drivers at the exact same time, and guess who was second of them?
Was it
Guess.
you? Was it you?
Yes.
I thought
Yes,
so. I know that because I saw, because I was keeping an eye on it. Because I always keep an eye on the other tier. Because I like seeing Jamie do well, don't I?
Yeah, and we won't talk about the end of that race because I've got a few opinions, but we'll keep them to myself.
Issues happened, we'll say that much. But don't worry, I'm here to cheer Jamie up this afternoon with some weird, interesting things that happen. Probably me dying midstream. That will probably happen. Meanwhile, of course, let's get everything up on your screen. Don't forget I'm on PC, so that is why we have got fancy graphics. The issue is, because the stream ran so well, the last race ran so long, normally I'd have about 15 minutes to sort everything out. I had 2 minutes, so there isn't many fancy graphics. But talking of issues, and talking of them, there's the key 2's gone spinning around. When I say issues, something always happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah, yeah, the key was obviously a bit of a difficult season so far this season, and it's on the curb, it's on that yellow curb, which is the curb of death. If you go on that curb with too much speed, you'd be sent into the walls. I found out in practice.
I found that out in the race, ended up in the wall, and somehow didn't lose a wheel. It was a big incident. Tomlo, he's coming in the pit lane, but yeah, it's track. Very difficult, very easy to make mistakes. There is a few places. It's turn 3, very easy to lose the rear end. It's flat 99% of the time, and then that 1% of the time when it's not flat. It's turn 6, which is what Jamie mentioned earlier on, which is where, wow, the up kind of, I'd say a chicane, kind of is is it a chicane?
It's like S, more like S's come chicane. There's a bit of both in this.
It's a chicane. It's a very fast chicane. It's kind of is.
Yeah.
That corner there, which Tico went through. This corner, very easy to get it wrong as well. But to be fair, not as much as it used to. And of course, the last chicane, well, pretty much the last 3 corners is an absolute menace because there's giant sausages. And giant sausages, Jamie, aren't very nice when you touch them.
And not to send you into a spin. And that last corner, if you hit that sausage, you have zero momentum down the long straight into the turn 1. So you lose multiple places. So that's not something you want to do. But look how close this qualifying is. As I was mentioning that, but Legend puts it in the 16.4s, as Tico 16.3s. This qualifying is incredibly close. Not as great surprise as a short track with. The one thing around here is that the braking zone, there isn't that many braking zones. So it's a track all about high speed, all about having good balance between downforce and straight line speed. As just going through that final chain, took it quite nicely. And what can you do? He's had a good start so far. Can he get into pole position? No, gets in the 3rd place. Then Aston Martin boys are looking very good for the constructors title.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, so far, separating them, the McLaren and Legend. Of course, we have got only one driver today on the PC. That is Cameron Dowles, who did win, of course, a couple of races ago, if I'm not mistaken, won at Brazil. First ever PC winner. Of course, Scorpion is not here tonight. He has decided to take a day out. Of course, if you're wondering, why is there many cars not on circuit? Well, apart from the key 2, who is not managed to set a lap time, that Robin Ress, Konzo, Kieran, Rudy, and Ricard Rydell, as I will continue to call him, because that's literally what my brain defaults to, all have, of course, taken a new engine, if I'm not mistaken. Well, technically new energy unit. That technically works, but it sounds wrong. Engine unit, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Jamie. You know, because you did them.
Rudy has not taken the engine actually.
Now, what's happened to him? Has he got a quali ban?
No, I don't know what happened, but he has not taken the engine penalty, so he...
Mystery.
So I'm going to give you some information, which keep in mind, as Rudy has got 31.5 laps out of the engine. No.
Ah, yeah.
There's 33 laps in this race. So at the end of lap 32, Rudy going to be out of this race. So unless he gets lapped twice, which might happen, if it doesn't, then
Tactics.
Rudy's not going to finish. So Rudy's got to try and lap twice, and then if he gets lapped twice, if he's clear about this, he gets lapped twice, he might get some result. He might get a result, but if not, then he goes kaput.
Meanwhile, Absco, first time this season I think I've seen him so far. Up the front at least. I don't think I've seen him much this season, to be fair. My brain's trying to think. Unless he's changed his name, or my brain's, I've still got brain fog from COVID. So that might be a reason why I can't remember him. But that's the first time I've seen him up front, so there we go. Unless I'm mistaken. Am I mistaken on something?
Oh yeah, I missed that.
I can't remember. Namsco,
Yeah.
has he raced? I'm pretty certain he's raced this
Oh
season.
no,
Is he new?
No, he's a new driver. Yeah,
He is
he's a
new.
driver,
Okay, good.
So yeah, it's his debut, and it's a good debut for him on pole position so far. So Keita's on a lap. Always he has a bit of a moment in that chicane.
Well, he's not having much fun with us, is he?
I saw earlier. He's mentioned he was struggling with sector 3 in practice, but he's come to board. But again, the sector 3 is the most difficult sector on this track, in my opinion.
Yeah, Chalkers so far also on lap, but he's invalidated it, so we've got no one on lap time. 3 minutes to go then, here in qualification here for the Spanish Grand Prix outcomes. One of the Mercedes, that presumably, well, it's both of them, is the answer to that one. That is, of course, of Mr. Tom and Dowers Cameron as well. We shall see what they can do, of course. 6th and 7th for the Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 team. With other things, that team's so long. But there we go, Mercedes out on circuit. Came back, of course, in 2010, are pretty much the most dominant team of the 21st century. No, it is, to be fair. Beating Ferrari, of course. They did, was it 5 on a trot, 6 on a trot? They've done, I think, 8 now. Not going to win it this year, which is a good thing. Their dominance has been ended by the team which they ended their dominance of, so it's kind of just gone back to default then, because Red Bull, cricket team, of course, could win the World Driver Championship in real life, of course, at the Singapore Grand Prix. If Max wins and Leclerc finishes 4th, then the title is over, though, of course, it is presumably likely going to go to Suzuka, which everyone wants to, because, of course, if you don't remember, Honda unit in that Red Bull, even though it's the Red Bull powertrains, it is a Honda engine underneath. It would be very, very fitting and quite emotional if they won it in their home race, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah, obviously, shout out to them, they did a great job, and obviously since 2008, the World Championships, last time the World Championship wasn't won in Brackley or Milton Keynes was 2008, so that's a long time.
It was Ferrari, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
Ferrari won the constructors and McLaren won the drivers, and obviously Ferrari's won, I think, was from 1999 to 2004, so yeah, Mercedes did eclipse that, as we've got some flying laps now in the last minute qualifying. This is where the fun happens, this is where we see drivers go for broke for pole position, and yeah, I mean Tom, obviously, he's struggled in qualifying recently. He's not at the best of it in qualifying at the moment. And he needs to qualify a bit better, I think, because he's just getting involved in incidents at the start because he's qualifying very back. So this is a big lap for Tom. He'll want to improve and try and get further up on the grid.
Yep, comes down into the hairpin then, quick left-hander. Well, slow left-hander. It's very easy to make a mistake round here. Then build up the revs, up the hill, of course. Put the breaker zone on the right, chuck on the left, don't hit the curb on the left there, and on the left and not on the right there. This corner, is it going to be flat up for these drivers? Should be, sometimes you could take it flat if you got the right setup. For Tom, certainly wasn't there. Had to lift off Ferrari on the inside, which I will adore. That Ferrari livery, it's so beautiful. Well, the rear ring's beautiful, everything else not. Tom, purple sector 2, but is that quick? Who knows? Of course, I haven't got the tabs open because I can't multi-triple task because I've got OBS on one screen and this game on the other. So unfortunately, I can't see the OBS, but luckily, my dear friend Jamie has all the OBS, so he can let me know if I'm talking out of my...
Yeah, he's on the good middle sector. This will jump him up. I'm not sure he'll get pole, but it's going to jump to 3rd on the grid. So yeah, nice good lap there by Tom. He was fast in the middle sector, but Tico was quickest in the first and last sector. Tico's on another good lap. I see what his first sector is here. Can he challenge pole? He's a thousandth of a second up, so he's almost virtually matched his first sector time there. So yeah, good consistency from these drivers. There's
Legend.
Yeah, Legend. He's on the lap. He's improved on his lap. Legend may jump to pole position. No, he's improved by a 10th, and he's around 10th up. So what can he do? Cross line now? Can he get to pole? No, it's 2nd place. Legend now race winner last week. A dominant drive for the McLaren man, and our driver of the day. Oh, deserved accolades for legend of
That
driving.
is Chalkers off the road. That is... You know what? Do you know that curb and that sausage we mentioned not to touch? Guess what he's done? He's touched the sausage. And I would very much be sticking left, and indeed he does. We've got a few cars coming up to the line. We've got Henry through the last corner. Let's see what he can do then. He's very close to pole position, and across the line he stays sit. Across the line comes the Aston Martin of Dutch Treks, goes up to 5th. Across the line comes Tico. This is the one we're looking for. 69 100s up. 10th down across the line. The key to next across the line. He needs to get a lap time, and he needs not to make a mistake through the last corner. The Ferrari then from Maranello up to the line. Keep it short distance then, and he can only improve. Does do so up to 7th. Chalker's not going to improve. Hahn's not going to improve as well. I think, is that his first race this season as well? Might be.
Oh, he raced previously. Lakitu, shout out to Lakitu. That's a great lap there. And Lakitu actually purple to the middle sector, so Lakitu showed some pace down that lap. It took him a while to get a lap on board, but yeah, that's Lakitu's best lap of the season. But Namsko, on his debut, has secured pole, legend, and Tika. Look how tight it is between top three. It's 300ths of a second. That is incredibly close. Tom and Dutch Tricks are within almost within a 10th position. Henry, Lakitu, and Cameron, and look, that top 8 is separated by 4 tenths.
Yeah, it certainly was, but it's going to be close to see what they can do in the race. Anything is possible. And in fact, the whole grid, I'm pretty certain, separated by under a second. I mean, sorry, of the 10 cars. That got a lap time in within a second, but it's the Saudi Arabian, if I'm not mistaken. I think, is that a Saudi Arabian flag? I think it is. 90% certain. That then Legend in 2nd, Tico in 3rd, Tom in 4th, Dutch Tricks from Henry, Lakitu, Cameron, Chalkers, and then Hannah's in 10th position. So yeah, it's going to be close, cars. Like I said, a few people without that, and of course, Rudy does have a quali ban, if I'm 99% certain. He will serve his engine penalty next week. Now, no one told poor Jamie this one until about 5 minutes before his tier began. So he presumed he was having an engine thing, but of course he isn't. He's got a quali ban, so I presume, Jamie, that will be carried over till next week.
Yeah, unless his engine's about to go, then you can have it then you can get it taken this week. If his engine was about to blow, then he would have been able to take it this week, but obviously he hasn't done that. So,
Bit of a bugger, isn't it? I mean, when you're in that situation, do you just carry on and race, knowing you're pretty much this race is pointless for him unless something happens?
Well, if he's smart about this, if he sees his less than 12 guys in, he'll just. I know it's not the thing to do. He'd just be 2 laps down, and then he'd be up. Then technically, he finished the race, but obviously, I don't think he'd do that.
Sportingly, don't think that's right, though, is it?
But we've had interesting tactical things happen today. So,
yeah, we certainly have.
I'm not going to mention any more, but yeah, it was
We're up.
dry race, by the way.
Yes, excellent. Has every tier been dry list? I think so far today. I think it has. Was P4 dry?
P4 was perfect weather. It was beautiful weather.
P2 was dry, so every tier dry today. So, like sunshine in Catalonia here. First race in 1991, of course, around the circuit which hosted the Olympic Games in 1992, if I'm not too mistaken. I'm pretty certain that was in 1990. One of the two. 1990 or 92. It was one of the two of them. It was some games. I think it was the Olympics. That season in Spain, Barcelona hosted that one. Circuit came into things, undergone a few minor changes over the year. Most crucially, it's turn 11. Of course, you can still see the original layout. Of course, turn 12, which is now pretty much the original layout as it was originally. It's slightly more inward, but it is very similar to the original. And of course, the last chicane, which everyone knows about. Of course, 2007 to 2008, it changed into that annoying chicane that no one likes and everyone hates. But next year, apparently, and fingers crossed, it won't exist. So that'd be good. I hope that doesn't exist, because I don't like that chicane. It's annoying and breaks up the flow of the circuit in horrible ways.
It's just absolute mess, and yeah, it's just think they try and put the runoff area a bit further back so they can get the safety license for that. As we've got a very long wait till the qualifying, to the race start. So I wonder if we've got a lobby glitch. I hope not, but
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. This track is. I enjoy driving track in this game. It's so fun, and when you got a nice rhythm, and the tyre around it isn't that bad. So I expect these guys to do a soft, medium, soft strategy. And if you save 2 sets off for the race, that would definitely help. But the hard tyre is also a good race tyre. It's very consistent. So if the early safety car does come out, I won't see a lot of these guys come on and bolt the hards on.
Yeah, of course, ideal strategy here on what it looked like. Soft, medium, hard. Definitely works away when we pitting quite early. Remember, I presume everyone theoretically should start on the soft tyres. Safety car delta around Catalonia is around about 75% from what I found out earlier on from doing a little bit of research. How much of that is true is yet to be seen. But if we get a safety car, then I will say I'm correct. If we don't, then I'm not correct. And the 25% that I said otherwise is correct. So either way, one of the two is correct. Who knows what happens here? We are waiting. No, we are not waiting. There we go. See, they read me. They read my mind. They know when it's time to go. But in 20 seconds, we'll be underway, of course, here for the Spanish Grand Prix here at Catalonia, Barcelona. Or, well, more commonly, of course, the Catalonian Grand Prix, as it realistically should be called. But let's not get into politics on that one right now. But in just 6 seconds, we'll be underway for Barcelona, for here, Spanish Grand Prix, Catalonian Grand Prix. 15 drivers, 1 victory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, but never stare, because here in Catalonia, we are gonna be underway. Yes, we are. Go! And it's a good start then from Namsco. There's a bit of lag in the background, a lot of lag in the background, it looks like that. It's trying to cover immediately. Namsco, they're trying to push their Legend to the inside, but Legend, has he got the inside line into turn 1? No, he hasn't. He swoops through then. Namsco into the lead then, through turn number 1. 1-2 cars going a bit wide in the background. Legend in second, Tom in third. Then comes Tico, Dutch Tricks in fifth. Then comes Henry, a few cars further back battling around there. Conzo down a few positions so far. He's down there in last position there. As you look then at Dutch Tricks and Henry going side by side on the exit there of turn number 5. Down into 6, late breaking up the inside. There comes the Aston Martin. Is the Alpine going to get room on the outside? Yes, is the answer for then. Into turn 7, bit of banging wheels then. Outside versus inside, this isn't going to work, boys. One of you are going to have to back out because banging wheels, and this is getting a little bit closer between these two. One of them's going to back out eventually, and it's going to be Dutch Tricks. He's rather forced wide there, and now coming through on the outside is Cameron. They breaking for the Mercedes, and it's going to be difficult to go sweep around the outside here. Indeed, gets pushed off the road. Len coming up is the Alpha Tauri trying to go around the outside. Possible around here, but he wouldn't be careful into that chicane. Let's see around the outside there. The Alpine there, I think, giving the position back there. As off the road contact again. More coming there. Robin Ress getting bit argy-bargy. That's going to spin, unfortunately. And that is what that sausage is for.
Oh, there's a bit of collision behind Rick.
Oh, Conzo. Hannes. Big accident.
That'll be a safety car because there's a lot of debris in that final corner.
Yeah.
The keeper's got wing damage in that safety car. So
is that virtual? Yeah. That's a virtual, is it?
Yeah, there's no safety car out track at the moment. Conzo's in the pits, so Conzo picked up damage. So not a great start for the Ferrari guys, obviously with their yellow pit crew, which reminds me so much of Jordan pit crew. But, yeah, there we go.
You know, Benson Henson.
Tyres, no surprise there. You go for a very long hit, and you'd be hoping that this gets promoted to a safety car, which I don't think it is at the moment. I think
no, it should be virtual.
I think it's too late for that. But yeah, there was a lot of carnage at that last corner. I was about to say it was quite a clean start till that final sector. And then we had the usual P1 tier carnage ahead.
Rudy's lost his nose.
Yeah, Rudy obviously in the wars again. He's been in the wars a lot this season. He's going to change that one. He's got no downforce whatsoever. So yeah, he's going for a safety car, but it's going to go green very shortly because these VSCs last about a lap. So these guys got to be careful. They've got to make sure their delta is in a good position. Because this game does like to play games with the Delta and VSCs.
Yeah, certainly does. To apologise, by the way, if you hear me in the background sounding like I'm dying, I do not feel very well right now. Damage as well for Kieran. Front left end plate has fallen off that car. So there'll be another one into the pit lane.
Chalkers has got wheel wing damage again. So Chalkers again has got wheel wing damage. So and diffuse damage.
Oh, Tico!
Oh, what happened there?
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Penalty. Drive-through penalty. Drive-through penalty. It's going to serve that immediately.
There's a stop go. No, it's a stop go.
Legend and Tico side by side. Legend and Tom side by side. The banging wheels. These two contenders from last season.
That was
Legend hasn't really raced much, but it's getting back into it. They're still side by side into turn 4. Who's going to back out? They're not going to. This is impressive racing. Still both side by side. They're giving each other room. This is racing like see a bit of banging wheels, but can Legend get it done round the outside? Tom's going to give him just enough room. Legend's on the curb. They're going to go side by side. Someone's got to back out for the chicane. They can't go side by side for here.
Oh,
They're
they
trying it,
are.
though.
Oh.
He's through. What a move. He was on that yellow curb and managed to make it stick. That is incredible racing there from Legend. Good clean racing. That's what I see from this team. And Chalkers, one of his many spins, that rear wing damage.
What a little battle between Tom and Legend, side by side for over half a lap there. Absolutely incredible. Like I said, Tico, I thought he had a 10-second time penalty as Tom got a bit twitchy. It was a drive-through. It was a drive-through.
If that was him, I'd pit now and get out of the way.
Yeah, you would now, wouldn't you? Come straight in. Indeed he does. Henry stays out, then another lap. And tell you what,
crucial.
you don't want a safety car now, do you?
Yeah, and that's bad news because he's in that championship fight with lose all the time. So he's begging for a safety car now. He's begging for another safety car. And with Chalkers rear wing damage, we may get one because this is probably the worst track he can for rear wing damage because it's such a high downforce circuit.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's got turn 3. You've got the quick of 9. Last sector as well. This is a very high speed circuit now. It used to be a lot slower. Well, medium speed. Now it's high speed track pretty much. It used to be medium speed. It has got the low speed corners like we're seeing Dutch Tricks go through right now. But yeah, back to that moment earlier. Legend and Tom, that is a championship positioning move, really, isn't it? That's really showing intent.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Tom wants to take advantage of his rival sort of misfortune. Yeah, but Legend, don't count him out of it because we know how good his pace is, and yeah, he can definitely string a run together as this new driver. I'm so impressed by him. He's just absolutely, he's just in a commanding position. He's got a great start. Obviously, the guys are battling, and yeah, this is the dream debut for him. Obviously, we had a debut winner last time. We had the Xbox driver Matthew, who hasn't raced since then, so he's won and done, it seems like. But yeah,
here comes Henry.
A DRS in the pits, early pit stop there, so he's going for an aggressive strategy.
Getting rid of that drive-through, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's got drive-through, I think, has he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
because I'm not seeing an Alpine
got caught by a Delta, yeah.
It's so easy, isn't it? That under virtual safety car, it is very easy to make that mistake, isn't it? I've seen plenty of people do it. I've been caught out of it once or twice.
Is Tico, as they're going to be racing again, so these two guys, obviously, they're both on track before the VSC penalties, and they're back together, so at least they've got company.
Yeah, they've got to gamble for a safety car right now, don't they? Really? The likes of Kieran, Konzo, Rudy, Chalkers, who is, unfortunately, might as well be out of this race, but he'll carry on, see what he can get, might get points. Like I said, had issues last week, having issues today, not having so far so good up front, though. On lap 5 of 33, Namsco leads this race on the set of soft tyres. Mile away in terms of, if you're wondering, when are these drivers likely to stop? Between lap 5 and lap 9 is the ideal window. Lap 9 is pretty much the last ideal time you will stop, of course, in terms of tyre wear, but you expect to see them coming in earlier as Kieran going off the road there. And what's happened to Kieran? Has he had a moment? Well, he certainly has because he was in the gravel. Now, was he helped into that gravel is the other question, or has he just dropped it on his own? Turn number 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Yeah, turn 4. So, got it wrong. Has he got any damage? Doesn't look like it. There is that. Tom battling there as yellow flags, and that is Chalkers out of this race. And now, is that going to be a safety car? That is the question. A very high-speed section, very dangerous section of the road.
It should be a safety car. It should be a safety car. It's just off the race line. It's part of his car's on the
Don't
track.
think so.
I don't think get away with that. I think it's going to be green.
It's surprising, isn't it? No safety car? Safety car get a game? Are you gonna... I guess not. I mean, we saw question marks there. So, no safety car. Well, we won't see where he is, but you can...
Yeah, it's gone green. So, yeah, we've got away with that. And, Chalkers, not much you about that. Lose rear-wing damage for that. Kieran's out. So,
in the
he's
pits.
In the pits, though. So, that will not be a safety car. So, if you stay in the race, you're going to score points. And So yeah, Rudy release strap might have to do. He's going to get by Henry there for 10th place. As Kieran has left the session, so if anybody's on the phone to Rudy, tell him if two like
Wow!
on the grass is Henry's got by again.
It almost didn't matter, did it?
Yeah, yeah, that was weird. Yeah, but he's legend in DRS of Namsco.
Just.
Yeah, he's just about gets right. So we've got a 4-car DRS train for lead. Then Cameron and Likitu. Shout out to Likitu. He's having a strong race so far. Kept out trouble at the start and he's showing some decent pace. As Robin West is in the pits and he's gonna get rid of them soft tyres.
Oh, Henry sideways. These drivers don't have a lot of grip because remember they have got no assist, so how they drive anyway is an alien. But certainly no grip for some of them, it seems, right now. Henry losing the rear end. Rudy getting back past. Presumably Rudy will be in the pit lane soon enough as well. The likes of a few guys on those soft compound tyres. They don't last that long, so...
Being in relation to his teammate. It's going to be very close, but Robin's going a bit ahead, but he's on cold tyres, so... He's on soft, he's on hard, so yeah, Rick has to get his move done. Round outside, both on hards, but Rick's nicely warmed up. Round outside, that was an easy move there, as Robin still got getting tyres up temperature.
Yeah, of course, it is about a lap and a half tyre temperature. These tyres now will take you, in theory, in practicality, of course, you do have to do another stop, but they will take you to the end of this race. If there was only a one-stop strategy. So what they'll do, they'll stop around about lap 27, go for a set of soft tyres right to the end then. So that's pretty good strategy for the pair of them. Up front though, we'll be seeing people in. We've got a legend in, and I'm going to guess set of hard tyres.
Yeah, that seems to be the preferred tyre from these guys, obviously. Oh, it's going mediums. Oh, no, it's hard. No, it's hard.
That did so mediums for a second.
I saw a bit of yellow. I saw a bit of yellow, and
That's...
then it went white. So, yeah.
Question marks. Or was that just because it's got the chrome thing? Did that confuse us? Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I saw last year, yeah.
They are very beautiful wheels, by the way.
Legends sort of weave and come out the pits just to show you how difficult this one tyres are. It's going to be like an outlap in qualifying, a bit more pace. And yeah, just got to really aggressive as Tico's in. He's on soft, so Tico's going for a bit of an aggressive,
soft medium.
An aggressive strategy here. So yeah, obviously trying to recover whatever he can from that unfortunate safety car.
Still in 7th. It's not a bad drop so far. I mean, we're looking at all the stops, by the way. We'll get them up quickly, and there you can see in terms of stops, everyone's done the first stop then from 6th downwards. Kieran did do his second stop, but that's not going to matter anymore because he's out of this race as well. But we are waiting for your top 4 to pit, really. First day's out. Strix comes in for the undercut. Someone's murdered the poor Mr. Bollard's been killed, Jamie. I'm going to be sad there. Who's killed the Bollard? Someone needs to run up. Who's murdered the Bollard?
I think I might have murdered Bollard in our team. It's got Nikita's got running Cameron here. Nikita on the medium. These softs are going off, and Nikita's going to get it done into turn 1, is he? Yes, he is. Nikita's up to 3rd place, and he's doing a good job on their mediums. And as the softs are now starting to go off, as he can do about 8-9 laps on them, so these guys will be in very shortly. His Dutch Tricks is also copying his teammate strategy. Where's he going to come out with Legend? He's going to be ahead of Legend, so Dutch Tricks does keep that position, and he's going to pull away surely in the first few on these soft tyres when he gets up to temperature. Yeah,
we don't forget as well, these hard tyres are not that bad. They are about a second off per lap, but remember, those soft tyres, they need to last another 8-9 laps, and then of course you're going for the mediums. That is what they're doing. If we get a late safety car, they're in a big spot of bother, really, aren't they? Right now, we are waiting for Namsco, Tom, Cameron into the pit lane. The key 2 will stay out until lap 14 to 15. And presumably, if he's got it, he can go... if he stretches it, what he will do, if he can, he will stretch it to lap 18. Go 2 sets of softs to the end. Tom, as he comes in comes Namsco as well. Get it stopped on your marks. Nicely done right there. And comes Tom as well. Nice as well. So those guys in.
He lead his first lap of the season, I believe. So, yeah.
Mercedes double stack. That's not going to work, is it? That's going to be held up.
There's a bit of a gap. He's going to lose a little bit of time. Obviously, they're not communicating. Yeah, he's going to lose a little bit of time. But it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And they're both going different tyres. Tom on the mediums and Cameron it's on the hard tyres. So a bit of divergence of opinion at Mercedes. And Cameron will come out in a comfortable 6th place.
There he is. Tell you what, Lou. That almost worked there for Dutch Tricks. He's got to have a lot of fresher tyres. He's going to be very aggressive right now. He's got the fresh tyres. He's got, of course, warm brand new tyres. It takes a lap then. If he's got a chance, it's going to be down into turn 12. I think it's turn 11 now. One of the two of them. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's turn 11 or 12. One of them. Well, not if he does that. But he needs to get on with it right now. He's as close as he has been. Namsco, of course, is going to get these tyres up temperature. As soon as he does, we presume he will try and gap that back away. But Dutch Tricks ahead of Legend. That's the key thing of this one then. He was behind. Now he's ahead. Can he try and get this lead? He has got a lot less ERS. He's got a lot less power in his car. But that's not going to bother him too much. Right now, he can try and chase after it. In terms of the championship, of course, he doesn't need to bother about Namsco too much because he's, of course, his debut. He's not in this championship. He can't win this championship. So, really, Dutch Tricks, he just needs to try and conceal a second position, and it'll be good.
He's in a battle with third place in the championship with Kieran, Legend, and Rudy. So yeah, so Rudy will not score. He won't score many points today. So yeah, this is a great opportunity for Dutch Tricks to secure that to good stronghold that third place with 2 races to go. As Dutch Tricks looks a lot more comfortable in this stint, and obviously he's had that lap later. He's got them tyres up to a nice working range, and he wants to get by Namsco pretty quickly, because I think Namsco, once he gets his tyres working well, I think he may just pull away. Legend on the hard tyres, he's not too far back on these guys. He's having a good time. He's got a spinner. That is Henry, I believe. Yeah, it's Henry.
Is that what's that? Ah, reset. Was that a reset? That looked like one. He might get himself in trouble there.
That's a weird place to spin on a straight. That's weird.
What happened there? Did he come? He didn't just come out the pit lane. Has he had contacts?
Weird. Most of them, there's not a place where you drop it on a pitch straight, not even at the braking zone, so that is a bizarre incident. Obviously, we'll see what happens later on with that, but yeah, Henry in third place in drive championship at the moment, but at the moment he's going to lose that by a long way, as he's only get 1 point. Dutch Tricks is on for 14 at the moment, so yeah, it's looking good for him, as Tom and Legend are now getting close together. Now Tom has got them mediums working, and Legend obviously on the hards, so yeah, Tom will be looking to make some progress in this stint.
Yeah, let's see. First opportunity down the DRS straight, 4 attempts to gap. If I was Legend, would he be putting up 2 minutes of a fight? The answer to that is probably no, because I don't think he can at this point. Because alongside comes the Mercedes, up the inside comes the Mercedes, and past goes the Mercedes past the McLaren, of course. Of course, power unit is a Mercedes unit. Will it be forever? Is there a potential for McLaren and joining up maybe with Audi, maybe with Porsche? Henry, 10-second. Henry, what have you done?
Yeah,
I think that might be a retirement in the pit lane, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
I
think he might
Alpine out the race.
I think he might get himself in a spot of bother for that, of course. We don't want to see that, and that is now another driver out.
At least he retired in the pits, which is the right thing to do. He didn't retire on track, so he's not going to cause safety car. Even though the
Robin Rest off the road. Turn 5.
He was close to his teammate so early on, but yeah, he's gone off, and he just made a mistake, had a little spin, and he jumped the back of the pack, and Lakita was the only guy yet to pit, and as you say that, he's in the pits now. Yep, and he comes then, so is Liz indicating a set of hards and then going for a set of softs? It would do, you'd imagine so at this point. Yeah, set of hards? Too early to do soft, so you have to go 3 or 4 laps longer as the Jordan pit could get to work, and yeah, it's a set of hard, so yeah, he's going softs at the end, so he's going to be very quick at the end, and the key too should come out in 5th place. I think he should come out ahead of Cameron. They'd be close. It's going to be close. Cameron's got his tyres up nice and warm. The key to going to be ahead, but he's got the tyre warm-up phase. He's way ahead, isn't he? He's actually quite a long way ahead, so the key was having a great race, and the net 5th place. Fair play, he's having a brilliant showing. It's Tico now, he's all the back of Cameron, and Tico on a recovery drive after that drive-through penalty, and just to make the best of an unfortunate situation. A wee yawn there I sent from Mr. Jamie. He's had a busy day, haven't you? Up early. It's okay, we'll yawn. Of course, technically, yawning is good. That is technically getting oxygen in. So if everyone yawns and everyone says, well, are you tired? Well, technically, you are just, you are deoxygenated, and the oxygen is, that is a reason why we yawn. I'm pretty certain I read that somewhere. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% certain that's correct. A bit of lag going on, I've definitely noticed, especially on my end.
here and there. It's not major, but it certainly is a bit of it. It definitely wasn't P3 earlier on this afternoon. But up front, race leader still. Namsko leads, Dutch Tricks in second. Tom in third. Legend in fourth. Likitu in fifth. From Cameron Dowds in sixth. Tico right behind him in seventh. Potentially trying to make a move in the next couple of corners. Gets a good exit here, and he might have a good shout within 4/10 of a second. And see then, is he able to close up with the help of DRS? He'll be very close in towards turn number 1. Doesn't have the speed though.
Cameron's got some good check line speed there. I didn't use it back with that man's defence with Tico. He's got a little bit of a straight line deficit, so yeah, he's going to have to maybe if he get a better exit out the last corner, he'll be through. But I think he'll be through very shortly because he's going to have to get his move done now because them softs are starting to go off, so he's going to have to get his moves done quickly because at the moment he's just about okay in the tyre wear, but it won't be too long before them tyres go off as these two are also catching their cue tests. This could be a three-way battle very shortly as Robin West is in the pits for another set of softs which will not get to the end, so he's going to do another stop. So I think Robin West is on for a 3-stop strategy at the moment. I understand. He's actually gone on mediums now. That was it. His pit lane's a bit further down, changed his wings, so they're mediums.
They'll go to the end. Yeah, 15, 16 laps.
Yeah, got quite a good tyre around there. Yeah,
it'll be close. We got 18.
He's got to get laps, which will help him. That'll be a lap less to do, so that's going to help him get to the end. But you want to try and stay lead lap in case safety car happens, as he's going to just about. But you get the blue flags now, so you're going to have to seed way for.
Wow, doesn't need to because Namsko just goes straight for him, of course, and that's a lap down for Robin Rest then, so that's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? In comes Rudy, 11 laps on those soft tyres, by the way. That's a hefty drive.
Yeah, we'll check. Yeah, he's quite impressive. It's quite an impressive stint there. And his tyre wear was in the 70s though, so you don't want to be in them 70s because it is punch territory. But yeah, he managed to go very long here. It's on the hards. They'll go to the end, and Rudy is a very lonely race in 10th place. Is he going for my plan?
Hopefully. You'd certainly hope so at this point, because otherwise he's going to retire.
He's nowhere near anybody else. He might as well just,
Does he know? He surely would have known by now.
If someone's on the phone to him, just tell him if it's lap twice, then he will finish the race. But
if he doesn't, then he will not finish the race, and I can make an interesting line. I can think of an interesting line for his DNF. Mika Hakkinen style. And, well, we'll be beginning lap 33, won't it?
In the right car, but
he is.
Dutch trick. Yes, Namsko is just in the command. I thought I'd overtake there, but realised the car behind was a lap car, so he's going to unlap himself. He's Robin West, which he's entitled to do. He's entitled to unlap himself. It's going to be a bit distracting for Namski.
It is, yeah.
The Alpha car in the mid-in, that was not the best sequence for that car to go through that first turn 1, turn 2. I can't think of a worse set of corners for a car to be inside.
Maybe he's got the pace, he's good. Tico just comes in then, set of medium tyres, they will go to the end.
He's getting blue flags still, he's got to just try and pull away, and somehow the blue flags will still be showing across the game.
Do you get a penalty for ignoring blue flags on this game? I don't know.
You do. Yeah,
do you?
You do, but he's pulling a gap though, so he may get away with it. Obviously, we've seen this a lot in American racing where drivers try and stay in the lead lap. I don't see much in Formula 1, but Robin West knows if a safety car comes out and he's on the lead lap, his race is okay, but if he gets lapped, then that's his race done. But these guys are going to be pitting very shortly. I think Namski and Dutch Tricks will be in the next 1 or 2 laps because them softs are starting to go off. So that's probably why Robin West has been able to unlap himself.
Yeah, Tom and Legend not too far back either at all. This is working for Tom, isn't it, so far? On that set of medium tyres, in comes Dutch Tricks. Does cross the pit lane entry line, but I believe it's all okay. There wasn't any words on that, so they are entitled to do it. Minute he comes.
Without doing Austria with this thing, so I'm probably Spain will be alright. As long as you don't have a guy inside, then obviously
yes.
If you take out, that is your fault. But on the mediums, they'll go to the end. So yeah, he did a soft medium strategy. So yeah, they'll go nice to the end. He's going to come out. He's going to come out in between Cameron and Rick D, I believe.
Yeah, Ricard down there in.
Yeah.
Oh no! Well, to be fair, he's Ricard, isn't it? If you pronounce it.
I think we both get it wrong. It's Riccardi.
Well, it's Ricard.
Ricard,
of course. The BTCC legend, Ricard Rydell.
Yeah, Swedish driver.
Yeah, was Swedish.
And Tom
Yellow
Tom, it's like-
flags at
Yeah,
Robin
that's big yellow
Rest.
flag. That is. Yeah, and he's the lap down now. So yeah,
Now his race is in trouble.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though, we don't see him retiring, because we don't see another one, because we'll be down to 10 then.
Got a good battle for second place going up here between Legend and Tom. These guys seem to quite even match of pace right now. Now Legend's got them hard up to a nice working range. He's starting to close back in on the Mercedes again, so we may see another overtake down track. This is our really only battle at the moment. A lot of these guys are 2 or 3 seconds away from each other. As Legend, he's going to get slipstream down this straight. Slipstream's not as powerful in previous games, but the battery is. And is he using that battery to try and get overtake?
Saving it, isn't he?
Playing the long game. He's playing the long game. He's got a lot of spare battery. He's got 83%, and Tom ahead only got 51. So Legend is playing the long game. We do see this lot in top tiers. Drivers not going for overtakes immediately, waiting to pounce late on in the race.
Yeah, this race still yet to come alive.
Still got one top tier, of course. So yeah, we'll wait to see what happens later on. As Namsco was asked, he'd asked the chat for the race if it was a 2-stop, and they did say yes. And with his 2 stops, I think he realised it is a 2-stop. That's good to see a driver. See, last week we had a driver. He forgot about the 2-stop and got disqualified.
Oh, Robin Rest
out the race, and that maybe a safety car. The same place as where.
Yeah, safety car.
But this time it is safety car. That's inconsistent,
Games.
isn't it?
The game is chosen. They're literally the same areas, same exact gravel trap, same exact tyre track, because the other tyre tracks are still there. Now, what are you going to be doing now if you're the race leader? Come in then for a set of mediums?
He's on all softs. It's no brainer at pit. He'll go soft, mediums. Mediums easy to get to the end. And everybody else. If you haven't got to stop, if I do a stop, you pit now. So I don't think there will be many more safety car opportunities. There's Luki who's in 4th place, by the way. There's that safety car's really bad news for him because he managed to pull a massive gap over everybody else. And he's staying out.
He hasn't got a set of mediums, does he?
No, he hasn't. No, so he's going to have to stay out and pit later on for softs. And is he going to take the lead?
I think he might. He will.
At the safety car line, yes, he is in the lead. Just. Yeah, that's safety car line. Yeah, he's in the lead.
So this will still work for Nikito. I mean, he's what he is for this season. He's just hoping to get points, and oh dear.
Strix has got a drive through the other Aston Martin's got a drive through penalty now for speeding on the safety cars. He was
now
playing with Tom. Tom's coming out the pit.
Has he got himself in a bit of bother right now?
Yeah, drive through penalty. So yeah, he's going to serve that one.
Is he trying to?
Very slow here. Is he trying to let Tom through? Weird. Is that just Delta playing up? It's probably just Delta playing up, I guess.
Who knows at this point? It's very, very glitchy, this game sometimes, isn't it, my dear friend?
Yeah, no, I've just noticed safety car also in this game seems a bit slow compared to previous games.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, we'll see what happens. But long race to go.
Everybody's pitted on that safety car apart from Dutch Tricks, Pico and Nikita. I think Nikita's the only guy yet to do his 2 stops, but as you mentioned, he all use their mediums, and you don't get 2 sets of mediums, so yeah, you sort of had to stay out. Well, he could have pitted for softs and pitted again, but he would have lost track position, so probably the best thing for him was to stay out and try and fight it on the restart and pray and hope for another safety car.
I'm waiting for Rudy, also Conzo, to do it, and this isn't helping Rudy. He's got 12 and a bit laps to go for his before his engine expires.
Yeah, he's going to do very well to lose 2 laps in 10 laps, so I mean to 11 laps. So yeah,
He needs to have an absolute nightmare.
lap then for safety car. So yeah, no, he's in 10th place. So just 3 points is better than none. So. Oh.
Is he aware? I'm pretty certain he should be aware, isn't he, that his engine needs
He's aware that his engine's going to go, but I don't think he's aware about his lap situation. But
Or is he under the inference that he's safe because he thinks he's taken his engine penalty and forgot that he's taking his quality thing?
You have to submit a ticket, and he did not submit a ticket.
And did he not submit a ticket? Oh dear.
23:59 last night, which I say that time so there's no confusion with midnight or whatever. So yeah, he didn't do his ticket by then. So he's the Mercedes, the Brixworth Mercedes engine is a It's very close to expiration on Rudy's car.
You can see a small whisper of smoke pouring out the rear of it. And by the way, if you're wondering as well, Evil, why haven't you taken an engine? Because of course, Mr. Race, I think actually a few people might be doing this. I don't know if it's me or only one. I'll be taking their engine penalty in Austin, Texas next week, of course, in 7 days' time as we head to the penultimate round of this season. Of course, final round not long afterwards, either at Bahrain. So, season coming to a close, Jamie, and for what has been an 8-round season, which has been far too short, Rudy, what are you doing? Why are you pulling alongside him? Don't do that. You're not. I don't think you're allowed to do that, are you?
I'll go side by side. Yeah. Sorry, I had a bit of a computer froze a bit there. So.
Oh dear.
Yeah, a few guys still haven't taken theirs, and a lot of guys I think may take theirs next week. And some guys will have to take theirs at last race, because if you don't take engine penalty, you get disqualified from the results of the championship, I believe. So you have to take it, even if the engine does last. You have to take at least one engine penalty.
Yep, to keep it all fair and consistent, of course. Throughout all the leagues, everyone has to do one, of course. Right, let's see, Likitu. Are you going to get this safety car restart correctly? Of course, in P3, there was a bit of a kerfuffle on the safety car restart. They went very... Oh,
no, yes,
well, that's not gone well, has it? Well, that's a curse and a half. There was a kerfuffle. There's another one. Likitu spun it. Meanwhile, Dutch Tricks has got a very good start. Dutch Tricks is going for the lead here in this race. Can he pull alongside then on the outside line? Needs to be careful, of course. Has got the penalty. Late braking then. Has he got the line then? Into turn one, round the outside. Has he got it? Yes, he has then. Rudy gets a penalty. Legend there trying to come through in the McLaren. Trying to start him behind, but Dutch Tricks has got the start he needs then under the safety car. Further back, bit of contact there. Here comes the Mercedes. They're battling around the outside. There's contact at the other car. The Aston Martin there. Getting into the rear end. Is there contact? There certainly is. Here comes the AlphaTauri of Ricard. They're trying to go around the outside. Up the inside there comes again Tico then. He's had a torrid start in this race. Had contact with the rear end. It might have been Tom. It might have been Cameron. Has he got damage on that end plate? I'm not too certain. But looking up the inside there, that's going to be brave from Rudy. Has he got the line? He's going to squeeze him off the road. He might get himself in trouble there. As now, all of a sudden, Konzo might have a look. A bit of Ricard there is having a move potentially, but Tico's having torrid time.
Yeah.
And look at Legend.
Yeah, getting bullied off track there. Yeah, them 4 penalties behind were all bleed for overtaking spin Lakitos. So if don't serve them, they can get them removing the stewards. So yeah, it's Dutch Tricks staying out.
Oh, Lambsco. Got on the curb.
Yeah, Legend got by. Look at the nose push. He's always bump drafting the McLaren there down the straight. Obviously, no DRS, so he's on his battery trying to get his move done. As Legend gives him just enough space into turn 1. He can go from around the outside. It can be done around the outside, but Legend keeps it ahead.
Yeah, 2 Mercedes right behind as well. They're just scratching at the rear end going, this is potentially an opportunity then around the outside into 5. That's going to be brave. Might try the old switcheroo there back underneath, but can't quite do it. Further bound, Ricard's done it, low.
Yeah, Rudy up the inside, or he thought about it on Tom, but backed out. But yeah, turn 4 is not a great corner. He saw the Mercedes, and it wasn't there. Let's look at Rudy. He's on the battery. He's going up the inside here into turn 6, turn 7. He gets it done.
Oh, off the road, Dutch Tricks. Is that Dutch Tricks off? It is Dutch Tricks. He's gone round 5 seconds with Legend. Legend involved as well. He's off the road. Front wing gone. Lakitu gets a penalty. Mayhem then here in Barcelona. And what has happened there? Namsco now leads.
Yeah, it was actually a clean race. Apart from that one up till that safety car, now it's got a bit messy again. Yeah, Namsco's in the lead. A lot of these guys got penalties, but the bigger than 5-second penalties will get removed from the stewards if you don't have to stop. If you stay out, you get removed. But obviously, if it does get served, then you cannot remove it. So yeah, but Cameron Dowd's out of all that somehow in 2nd place. I don't know how that's happened. He somehow got on up to 2nd place. Rick's the 3rd, Reed's at the 4th, and Tom is in 5th. This is a great opportunity for Tom here. Tom is he gonna? He's out the slipstream of. He's weird there, Tom. He's out the slipstream of Rudy, but he wasn't really under threat. That was a bit of a weird line there for Tom into turn 1.
Yeah, it's taking different lines around the circuit, but of course, 11 laps to go of this 33 race. Yeah.
So yeah, he had to pay.
Really got caught out, didn't he? I do not know what happened there, but there was an incident. They both got damage. Both out of this race really right now. They're going to open for a safety car right at the last couple of seconds, but that's going to be a difficult thing to see.
Get to like lap 28 as the Legends on the hard tyres, so they'll definitely get to the end. But I would have thought you'd gone for soft to try and achieve your fast lap, but obviously with only 10 finishes, there'll be no fast lap point outside top 10, it's just inside top 10 to get fast lap. So, and obviously at the moment we may only be facing 9 finishes. Rudy is very close.
Oh, we might get 8. Does tricks off. It's gone on the curb again. Then second time he's done that.
Legend has spun. He's
Oh,
spun.
both of these guys really. Have they got floor damage, you reckon? Because they're very slidey.
No. Dutch Tricks have got minor front wing damage, and Legend's got the damage at all, but Legend was on very cold hards, and I think that might have caught him out. There was. He's going very slowly, very gingerly in the McLaren, man, and he was.
Dutch Tricks retired. Now he's dropped it. Safety car has been deployed. Did you know I mentioned earlier about Legend might want a safety car? Well, guess what? Safety car. That's going to save him. He needs this, but he can't. Yeah, he's not going to stop now, is he? Because if he stops, he's getting lapped.
Yeah. Well, if you got this 5-second penalty, do you pit? You have to really, don't you? You have to really, because you cannot assume it will get removed. So
go on a set of softs from here, really, can't you now?
Yeah, everyone. If you got a set of soft spares, they'll get said easily. So yeah, there's Legend will be counted lucky stars for that safety car. He was out. He was effectively out this race before that happened. He had that damage and he spun round and. Very fancy now. A few places he's got far behind he is. Look at he's at the final corner.
Don't pit. Why have you pit? This might not work for you. This is gonna be close.
You might have the infamous scene in it was Cars, I believe. Where the
this is gonna need to be a very quick pit stop then from this McLaren team. Then in he comes. Here comes the race leaders then through the last corner. I think he might do it because these guys are all going to pit. Oh, no, they haven't done. Oh, they've tripped each other there. Here comes Cameron. This is going to be close on the exit, but I think those guys having a bit of a battle. This is just going to work. Out he comes, and he is going to be just by the skin of his teeth safe.
Yeah, about 3 seconds, I believe, there. But if it wasn't for that mess up in the final corner, that would have been a lot closer. But yeah, Legend just about. Out as I believe Namsko and Ricky and Rudy, only guys yet to stop. Everyone else has come in. Rudy obviously very vulnerable on that engine now. It's starting to see a bit of purple smoke now in that McLaren engine. So yeah, it's not very.
He's doing a very brilliant race, by the way. The issue is it's gonna mean nothing in a minute.
And this is interesting. Both the Mercs on new soft. So is Tico. So is Conzo. So is Lakito. Obviously who's not done his 2 stops. So they're out the way, and now these from 4th to 8th, they're on fresh softs, and Regin's on medium. So it's gonna take him forever to catch up. It's gonna take him. I don't think he'll catch up for the restart. You know, he's like half a lap back.
He should do. He should catch the field.
Obviously, hopefully have no repeat of the shenanigans at Monza, which I actually fast forwarded through because I didn't see what happened there. But I've seen that was a bit of a mess. Hopefully, he's in again. He's going to go in for softs, I believe, and this is going to delay the restart. You have no issue with getting on the lead lap because now the safety car's caught up to the leaders. But yeah, Legend, this is his fifth stop, I believe. Yeah, he's almost at Jensen Button Canada range there.
6, wasn't it?
Be. Yeah, 6.
Plus a few drive-throughs.
Right car again. Yeah, we're getting the. There's 5 pit stops.
4 hours long that race. 4 hours 37 minutes and 26 seconds, if I remember correctly. I've written it down somewhere, but I've lost my sheet. But yeah, it's a very long race.
Credit to them people stayed in them stands for them 4 hours in that pouring rain.
Oh, it was atrocious, wasn't it? Class though. I can't remember the last time we had a race that was red flagged for that. Was it been Brazil? Well, no, Monaco, wasn't it? Yeah, this year.
Yeah, but that was actually because the timing screens went down. That's why that was red flag. Timing data went down, so they couldn't start the race. So, and it's a shame because at Monaco the starting times are very interesting. It's a shame the time because there was like drivers on dry, drivers on it. That could have been one of the best starts ever, but because the FIA didn't do a job properly.
They buggered it again. Before that, though, the race before that had a red flag. Of course, shortest race in Formula 1 history, of which was about 17 hours. the Belgian Grand Prix 2021, which lasted forever but didn't last forever. It's very weird.
Luckily, I was at work that day.
The longest but shortest race of all time.
Yeah.
That's
Luckily,
a record.
I didn't watch that live, because if I did, I would have been
I watched it live. It was the most depressing thing of all time.
Yeah, normally I don't get F1 spoilers, but my friend texted me and saying...
You didn't miss much.
Yeah. So I managed to delete the recorder and get back in because I wasn't watching that.
Yeah, it was a pretty thing, because they used, I think they used a Magna Carta rule or something like that to pause the time.
Well, I don't know about you, but the safety car restart's not here. The safety car coming in came when we were almost at the chicane. I don't know if it was the same yacht here, but it seemed a bit glitch. I wonder if it happened here.
It was quite early for us.
The McLaren to catch up.
Should do.
Around here where the safety car message came, but those going to stay out. So the McLaren, Rudy, is extremely lucky, I have to say, of just getting. He's going to be right on the back of his pack, and he's going to have warm tyres. The only problem is, he's had to use a lot of these tyres to catch up, so these tyres will be in a worse state, but they'll be nice and warm.
Yes, they will be nice and warm. The issue is for the guys behind, well ahead, especially these guys. Oh, what's happened? Cameron? What's happened to Cameron?
Oh, it's a bit of a glitch there. We'll Legend pit again, putting his set softs on the freshest.
Is he just?
Oh no, he's on the. Oh, no,
is he gonna not? For God's sake!
He's in again. He's doing it.
Jamie, what have you done? Why have you done this?
The button. And this is the longest safety car I think on the game.
Right, Legend, stop it, please. Please.
He's got lots of fresh softs because he didn't do qualifying, so he's got lots of fresh softs.
The safety car stay out.
I think he. Well, because in the safety cars, it's only at turn 3. I think he should catch up now. So he should go this lap.
If he wins this race, by the way, which is possible. Oh, careful, Rudy.
He's going to be fresh softs, and they're going to be warm still. So yeah, watch out for him on the restart. Going to have, I believe, a
5 laps.
5 lap shootout to the end, and Rudy, he's not going to lose 2 laps and 4 laps. So Rudy will probably blow his engine at the end of lap 32.
Yeah, so beginning of lap 33.
Yeah, on to the final lap. Which...
Seen that before somewhere with a McLaren, last lap blowing up, 2001. Mika Hakkinen had a 30-second lead that day. It didn't end well.
You don't have to give me bad McLaren memories. I've plenty in the past.
Yeah, safety car in this lap because the other McLaren catches the back of the field with his nice, fresh, warm set of soft tyres. So we'll be ready to go. So Napsco has to keep the pace, keep it all within Delta, which of course in P3 they didn't. And, well, there was a major accident at the back. I got avoided by it by an inch. Didn't save the replay though, which is a shame because that would have been a beautiful onboard for me. Of just looking back and seeing 4 cars fly through the air. Ooh, that's a bit... I don't think you could do that. That was a bit slowing up. Be careful, my friend. Don't want to speed up, slow up too much. You'd be a little bit inconsistent. But I think he might get away with it.
Yeah, as long as you don't go on it as soon as you stop, as long as you keep consistent pace, you might be alright. But
away he goes.
It's okay. But Rick's got a decent... Yeah, I'm looking for Cameron on the soft. He hasn't really got him hooked up though. Is Rick going to go for... Rudy's actually up there. Rick's got a good restart, but he's too far back. I was able to go for an overtake here. I believe Legend is on Lakitu up the inside in the nice warm fresh soft. Round the outside Lakitu, I'd say fighting well. But Legend's going to have the inside line into turn 3, and that will be the...
Yeah, front right to rear left. Is Lakitu going to lunge it in frustration? He thought about it, but decided against that one. Bigger fish to fight. Now, if you are Cameron and Tom, what are you doing right now? Both on the set of softs, both gunning for it. What they want to do right now is not battle with each other, because if they battle, they're not going to get anything.
If we communicate, which I highly doubt they are, if I was Tom, I'd want the teammate out of the way, or Tom needs to get his move on Rudy. If he doesn't, then he needs to swap, but there's Rudy. But the problem is he's going for a move, but there's like another car just ahead, so you can't really nudge at the inside, because if you do, you'll hit the Alpha Tower.
You won't, because the Alpha Tower is off.
Yeah, so that's that problem solved. Now Cameron may have a run at Rudy. You're struggling a little bit compared to Namsco now. Cameron gets his move done now. He can go after Namsco, but he needs to get this move done now. And ideally for Mercedes, you need to do a double overtake here. That would be the ideal plan.
Let's see then, with Slipstream not close enough. Remember right now, second and third for this team. It doesn't really matter about the leader, because remember, they're in a different race. Ricard in the pit then, he is out of this race then, and now down to 8 runners. We're gonna, well, down to 7 runners really, but
Yeah, it won't be classified. I think he would not be classified, so yeah, he's not.
if you retire, yeah, you retire, you won't score any points.
Double on his engine, when his engine's going to take a lot of wear. Thankfully, he did change it, but yeah. As he got them, I thought that was really off, but it was just a bit of lag on my end.
Legend, meanwhile, on the move, now up to 6th. He's really going back into this one. There's still a question if he can win this race. He's got the top 2 struggling. As that is the yellow flags of Ricard. They're coming out.
Plenty of laps left. There's plenty of laps left. Still plenty of opportunities here as Rudy's in second place. But I believe Cameron's now starting to see that smoke. He's starting to smell the oil off that McLaren engine, that Petronas oil in that McLaren engine. So yeah.
No, it's Golf oil though, isn't it? It's Golf.
No, I think because the Mercedes they use Petronas, yeah.
But their engine,
yeah.
Oh well, they're using Golf Petronas.
I don't know. It's
no, I think it is Golf oil though. I think they are using Golf. I don't know. Who knows? Rudy, fast lap of this race. Not anymore because Legend's fast lap. Anyone else want to go fastest? Well, Legend's really going for it. He's got a good chance here of getting a good result. So far in 5th.
He's in a bit of a train now. His progress will be impeded a little bit. So what he needs these medium guys to try and hold these Mercs up as much as possible. He may have to tune it. DRS will be in play next lap, so that's where we may see the overtaking happen. As Rudy he's actually got some good pace in his medium. It's a shame it's going to come to nothing because he's got some excellent pace at the moment. He's got that penalty though, which would drop him down, but it's an absolute shame. He's forgotten about his engine.
Yeah, and he's going to be gutted when he finds out in about 5 minutes' time.
He knows. He thought he mentioned in the chat before the race. I think he sort of knew. I think as Tom through.
Team orders then.
Yeah, the team obviously they're trying to go for constructors and not such a good race for the Aston Martin boys. Then that may help them close the gap a little bit. And now Tom. The problem for Tom is that Rudy's got DRS, and we know Rudy's got decent straight line speed, so this overtake will not be easy. But look how confident he's in the chicane, and can he get a good exit?
3 attempts, it's not close enough.
Rudy got a good exit though. Rudy got a good exit. That might save him.
He's going for the lead here, is he?
Yeah, he is. He's going for the move here.
Namsco Load uses the ERS. I mean, well, further back, Cameron versus Tico. This isn't going to work, boys. You've got to be careful around the outside. Goes Tico. Can he hold it? No, he can't. But attempted there, and right now Cameron's job is just to try and back him up. But look at Tom, he's really on this right now. He almost in the rear end of it. Purple Sector 1, he's going for this win.
Oh, that was a late move there by Tico on the grass and managed to avoid it. But yeah, obviously Tico's Tom's championship rival, so if Cameron could do a bit of a job and hold him back, this is going to help him extend his lead in the championship. As look how close Tom is to the McLaren and 2 ahead. But you have to say, Namsco, he's been ended by this McLaren who really is in the race.
Yeah, it's really helped him right now. I mean, if we get contact between these top 2, there might be a big argument about that one, but let's hope it doesn't come to that. Both with ERS, both pushing very hard. Behind them, Tom as well. Let's hope this race doesn't end in controversy. It started with some issues. Will it end with some issues? Hope not, but let's find out. 2 and a bit laps to go.
Controversy earlier today, so hopefully not again.
Oh, Rudy's got a mistake this time. That's the opportunity he's looking for. Let's see Tom though. Has he got the speed? Has he got any ERS left? He's going to force the issue. Is he going to go left? He's got to try and go left. Take the dummy. Left hand side, brake late. Then he's on the soft tyres. Should be able to do it around the outside, but he's not going to get the room. He's going to get squeezed out there. Rudy's entitled to do so. But remember, this is his engine right now. It's burning. Fire coming up the rear end of the McLaren. He's in real trouble.
Technically, it's 1.5 laps. Technically, halfway around the lap engine board.
Oh, he's going to be Mega Hakkinen, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll take it across the line because it's impossible to drop 2 laps now, so he will not finish his race. So we will have 7 finishers. But Tom, he would have got the move done if he wasn't with Red Bull ahead, because Rudy gains so much in the Red Bull. The Red Bull ahead is, I think, it's just it hasn't really got straight line speed, but it's got great exits, and Tom can't do anything here. He can't get by, and it's too late now for the race win, I don't think, because Legend has got by Cameron. Got to go side by side here. Cameron has been overtaken by Tico.
Now the inside.
Yep, you should get this move done because Cameron fights around outside though. That's good thinking. On the gravel, is he? No, good enough room there, and he gets through. A nice move there by Legend up to 5th place, which will become 4th. I'm going to let you take it away.
Here we are then, final lap of this race. Namsco leads then from Rudy. His engine low, smoke pouring out the rear, billowing smoke. And is he in trouble in this race? Well, he certainly is. It's set to expire at any second now. It's certainly around turn 7 and 8. It will pop, presumably. But out from then, Namsco, through he is then. Looks comfortable. Looks like he's going to win this race because Tom's stuck behind there. The stricken McLaren, he can't see a thing. Look at the smoke there. That invisible smoke.
Getting all that smoke in his perspective. That's going to help him because he can't get the visibility. Obviously, he's got to be careful. He may have a bit of oil on these tyres.
And bang! The engine's gone! And Rudy, smoke billowing, he's out of this race! He is out then here in Spain, it's like 2001 all over again! His engine's gone, pop, he's out then! Here of the Spanish Grand Prix, Tom into 2nd, Tico into 3rd, Legend a strong recovery up into 4th! Right now Cameron into 5th, Konzo and Lakitu up through, but here your race leader! Here comes Naramsko! Through the last 2 corners, he's got the left, the right, then the right for the final corner. Through he comes then. First race of the season, and he's going to win the race then. His first race, first win, and he's done it then. Straight across the line, win, pole, fastest lap as well, I think. Tom in 2nd, Tico in 3rd, Legend. An incredible recovery up to 4th. Cameron across the line in 5th. But out of this race, Rudy, right at the end. And what terrible, terrible luck there for the McLaren Mercedes. Yeah. Retires then right at the end. He got the driver of the day because they feel sorry for his retirement. He has had a strong race though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he especially sat at the back of the grid and he had good pace. That's such a shame because it was a good race pace-wise. And shout out to the Ferrari guys sticking out there, getting 6-7. That's a good result for them. Trying to move up the championship. But yeah, it's another debut winner. We've had a lot of guys coming in and winning a race, so yeah, a lot of these guys are making good first impression. The Red Bull team, they're victorious with the Mercedes crew in 2nd. We haven't seen that before. We've also got the Aston Martin boy in 3rd place. But yeah, that was an enjoyable race. Obviously, bit messy on the safety cars, but I think it was a bit cleaner this week.
Yeah, it certainly has been. A few up, a few downs, but it's Red Bull, Mercedes on the top 2 steps of this podium, followed suit then by the Aston Martin in 3rd position. But this title marches on there, Adrian Newey on the top step of the podium as well. But it's the Saudi Arabian then of Namsco wins this race from Tom. Tico in 3rd from Legend in 4th. Cameron in 5th. Rudy from Konzo. Lakitu, Ricardo Rydell in 9th from Dutch Tricks in 10th. Robin Ress in 11th from Henry Kieran Chalkers. And a hand out as well. But of course, here from ERT, of course, it's been a great race. But we've got to do 2 drivers today. I know my one, that's going to be Namsco. I keep calling him Naramsco because I think someone else is called Naramsco, I don't know. But Namsco is my driver of the day. My question to him is, first race, first pole. And you've certainly had a great race. How did you find out there on your debut here at One Hub?
Yep, and I'm going to go for the guy in 2nd place. I think I'll go for Tom. Obviously, that's a good result for the championship, but he just couldn't quite get through at the end there. I'm going to ask him, well done on the 2nd place and extended championship lead, but were you frustrated at the end you couldn't get by that? You couldn't get by them 2 cars on the mediums? Because I felt like if you did, you maybe could have won the race.
Yeah, certainly is. But after a enthralling, exciting race, of course, that is that. Of course, in 7 days' time, we'll be going to the circuit of the Americas at COTA, of course, just situated outside Austin, Texas. A very beautiful place, right next to the airport as well, about a 5-minute drive from the airport. So it's a lovely little place. I haven't been there, but I do know it very well from Google Maps. So that's the only way I know F1 circuits, really. But of course, join us next week. Hopefully next week I'm still recovering from my cough. Hopefully it's fixed. But until then, I have been Evil. Jamie has been Jamie. Of course, thank you to Jess for hosting the lobby as well, and all the drivers as well. But until next time, I've been Evil. Jamie's been Jamie. Take care, and we'll see you next week if it lets me actually close it, because for some reason it won't let me drag my screen off. There we go. Right, see you next time. Goodbye.